Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Six Ashes. We're just finishing off exercising our second horse. It is 7:20 in the morning and it's going to be a very busy day here on Six Ashes. So yeah, we're in late summer. We've got our first harvesting contract has come up for doing. So we're going to be starting with that today. Let's not ride through the sugar beet. And so yeah, we're going to be doing that and getting that started. But as you can see at the moment, we've got a bit of a wet crop situation. So what we're going to need to do is do a little bit of work around our own farm first. My plan today, very much. Wow, the edge of this field is huge. Oh, not into the sugar beet. Farmer won't be happy. We are going to we're going to be doing some work with our horses first. So this horse, our Arabian, will need cleaning. He's fairly dirty at the moment. Well, he's 42% cleanliness. So yeah, he needs cleaning. We then need to go and work to do. We need to give them some hay and some water as well. And we're going to have to pop up to the shop to do that. Because I've got a new mod I want to try out. It should replace our weight in having to connect to everything. But I want to go and grab it. It should be fairly inexpensive. But should work pretty well for our little tractor. And yeah, as somebody pointed out, why don't I go around that field and collect up the bits of hay that we've got with a bucket. So we're going to be doing that today as well. Just to sort of try and do some feeding and try and make sure that everything works in our favour. Right. If we bring him up to the gate here and stop and get off, he returns to the field. Perfect. And yeah, they could do some water as well, so that's why I'm looking to get that done. Let's just give him a clean off. There we go. I think that is both our horses cleaned and exercised. Cleanliness 100%. Daily riding 122. Perfect. And daily riding 134. And our Black Arabian here, 100% fitness. Still not decided on names. They're still called Malcolm and Virgo. And yeah, I'm not quite sure where to go with it. We want to get that straw done as well. Oh, we've got oats in the bucket here. We're going to have to tip those out. We want to drop the weight off because we're going to be doing the straw. As I said, we're going to do the water once we've got this new piece of kit. That should help this tractor become more useful. I am going to go for a new tractor at some point. Unfortunately, the one I want to go for is nearly 40,000. It probably doesn't warrant that price. I will show you guys which one I'm thinking of getting on here, and you guys can tell me what you think. But I think I may have to edit the mod and take the price down a bit because it's a bit pricey compared to other tractors of its like. So under small tractors, we've got lots of Fords in here. So we've got a County. You see, the County is 94,000 for 135 horsepower. And we've got the Deutz Agrostar, 107 horsepower for 17,000. That is a really, really good tractor for that kind of price. The Deutz actually in general are nice and cheap for what they are. But I'm not so interested in getting the Deutz on here as I am in getting... How much? Yeah, you see the horsepowers of the Fiats are all quite low. This is the one I want, the 6810. But it seems a little bit pricey. Either that or my 7810 that we've got here, which is the one I don't want to get on here. It's not a great mod. I'm not interested in having the 7810 in here. I want to get the 6810, Matt XJS 6810. But it is 38,600. And I want your opinion. Do you think that's a bit pricey for a 6810? Let me know in the comments, and we'll, based on what you guys say, we'll make a decision on that for when we get it. It won't be next episode because next episode is tomorrow. So we're probably going to have to hire a tractor to do the baling should we get the harvesting mission complete. But we do need to make a decision at some point as to what we're going to do for the new tractor. And I would like to keep it Fords on here, I think. I think I'd like to go with some classic Fords set up on here. Go the next stage up from this one. I think would work really well. We need to actually select the piece of kit and blow in the straw. In fact, we're not blowing in the straw, we are just dropping it in, which is fine. There we go. It really does not take much straw. We're going to sell most of the straw off the fields, I think, because the horses do not take much. 2 straw bales are going to last us a very long time on here, I think. Right, drop it down, and let's drop it off. A very long time. And the same if we ever went and just bought. Yeah, but the same with the oats. The oats are going to last us forever. So if we ever got any oats around here, we would we'd be sorted for a very long time. So it's horses are really good income for what they are. I wish I could sort out this front loader, which tends to have this issue, but not much I can do about it because nothing other than the Tanko goes on this tractor. Unfortunately. So we can't even drop it off the front. Dropping it off the front seems to have no effect either. We've only got 41 litres of hay off it. We have got a long strip of hay to pick up. But we're not looking to waste anything around here. You know, there's plenty of hay on this field that we can come around, pick up and take back. So I'm just going to pop around this field quickly. See what hay there is kicking about. Pick up as much of it as we can. See if we can fill up this 1,200 litre bucket, because that will be more hay than the horses will take. So yeah, let's see how much we get. Now we covered most of the field. It is 313 litres, but there's a big swath of it here. 721 litres off this field. That's not to be sniffed at, actually. That is a really decent. So yeah, I can't remember who it was who suggested that in the comments after the last video, but thank you. That is going to be really good feed for our horses, and isn't going to cost us using any of our existing bales, which is even better. We can just take this straight in here, and as the horses have no hay at the moment, we can just give it straight to them. That is utterly brilliant. Close that. Watch out. What are you doing, horse? Right, and yeah, give them some feed. In it goes. They took all of it, so that was... Oh, my front loader had sorted itself out. It's tipping it forward like that has messed it up again. But yeah, there we go. That was almost a full feed of hay that we've just given them, thanks to that. So wow, that's amazing. I'm going to detach the front loader in the shed. It is very fast at the moment, so let's do that. Drop this off. If anybody knows why this might be fouling up like this, please let us know in the comments. I would really like to get this fixed. I'm guessing that something's not connected right in Giant's Editor. You can see it goes all funny when you go straight up like that, and it did sort itself out at some point. But I think things aren't quite connected properly. And as a result, it has this issue. But we're going to drop it off now and head up to the shop. So back it off first. Let's see, did that sort it out? That's dropping. No, dropping the bucket off didn't sort it out. Okay, let's drop it off completely, which also will not sort it out. Yeah. Oh well. Let's head down the shop in our Ford 5000. We are really need to get something to clean this tractor. Oh, and we probably should go and fuel up while we're down there as well. We need to. I think I'm going to put a fuel tank in over there, just so that we've got somewhere to refuel on a regular basis. Once we have enough money coming in. For now, I'm going to go and refuel this, and then we'll head down to the shop, grab this new piece of kit, and I think we might start up the contract at the same time. Tractor is refueled, and we're back down to the shop. So we're just going to pull in here, pull around the front, and two things we're going to do is we're going to go pop over here, turn off the tractor, and pop in because they have a piece of equipment that we want, which I'm hoping is going to be under MISC, maybe. Yeah, there it is. So we've got the Lizard 3-point hitch drawbar, and I'm hoping we want to get it with electrical cables, so this will then allow us to connect up to the back of our tractor. And this should hopefully allow us to connect up to the wheel. What I want to do, though, is get it in, I think, the New Holland blue, so it matches our Ford as best as possible. It's 110 to buy this, or we could just rent it. I'm not looking to alter anything on it. I'm thinking we'll lease this. Yeah, no, we better buy it. It's cheap enough. I'm not going to be that pedantic and silly, and I don't know how old this is. So, yeah, we can't do that. We're going to buy that. We could always put a 3-point on the front of this. There's things like fuel tanks and things here like this as well. That is probably our best bet for a fuel tank, but it holds so much liquid, it's unbelievable. Looking over here, miscellaneous. Does this have, yeah, so we've got the VD Industries one, yeah, which is pretty much the only fuel tank I have in here at the moment. So there's various bits and pieces that we can do, but we've got fuel in there. The other thing we want to do while we are here is head into the contracts, and field 69 needs harvesting. We are going to have to take on another baling contract. I'm looking at the price of these baling contracts and just going, we have to do these. So we're going to borrow items. It'll cost us 716, but we don't have a combine or anything, so we can't do that. So that is going to be our thing for later. But first we need to get this drawbar on the back of this tractor, see if that solves our problem with our water tank, and go from there. Now I might see if we can hook up the tractor that we've got for this contract to bale the straw as well. It's not a bad call. So yeah, we'll get this hooked up. It's not quite the same colour, but it's close enough. And hopefully this will now allow us to hook up our trailer, and then we'll come back and grab this. And yes, to save us borrowing a tractor, and because it's part of this contract, I think we might see if we can use that Massey with our baler and bale up the straw from this contract as well. Back down to our farm, and the question is, will this connect up to the water bowser? Please solve our issue. I mean, we got the weight, so we can always connect up to that. But it'd be nice to actually have a proper drawbar do it, really. So we've got to be careful. We know that this won't connect up to the back of this tractor, so that there is not a problem in itself. But this would be a much more realistic solution to this. Oh, look at that! How awesome is that? And we should be able to, yeah, lower it down and pull it at a good height. That is pretty brilliant. Although it is having trouble doing it there, so we'll just lift it up. But yeah, much more realistic solution. And I like that a lot. Glad I'm sort of just going through the mod hub, seeing if I can find ways that we might be able to sort this. And came across that, and I'm very pleased that it works. Because the fact that it works means that it's really useful to us. Right, let's bring it round. Come on. Sense that I have a water tank here, please. Oh, maybe it would be good if I actually selected the water tanker. around, come back. I'm going to turn my beacon off because we don't need that running. And should sense it out there. No, you're not going to do it, are you? Wow. Why are you not sensing my water tank? Is this a downside of how this is connected up? Should I have... Ah! Electrical cable hookup. There we go. That's what I was missing. There we go. Is there an electrical cable hookup for this? No. There isn't. Right, so let's back her up. Carefully. I want to be able to make it around this corner. There we go. And bring it round. Oh, such a tight bit to get round and into that water area. It really is. Through here, and then we can fill it up again. And now we don't need to worry, which is good. And we've got our draw bar for when we need it. So bring this up here, refill it, and then we can just drop it off. Like that, like that. I'll just leave this draw bar on the back of here until we don't need it. Right, and put this back on here. As messed up as it still is. Turn tractor off. And we're going to head up to that. So yeah, we should be able to put this on the back of that Massey that we've got this contract and get this baled up. So let's head up to the shop and get started. So here we go. First things first we need to do is load our header onto our header trailer and then get that up there. Well, probably on the back of the combine actually, I think. Yeah, if we can tow the header trailer with the combine, that'd be really good. It'd be good to get the Massey following behind, bailing as it goes, but I worry about bales running away, so we're not going to do that. Hook that onto there. We don't need to do the PTO at the moment. And back. Put this on this header trailer nicely, like so, and hopefully hook this all up at the back, fold it in for the road. There we go. So the beauty of this is that this is worth more than just the 4,000 that we're going to get for it. We're going to go and sell all of the crop from it because we have no crop storage at the moment. We might eventually, but at the moment, yeah, our farm is not big enough for us to warrant any crop storage. So we'll sell the excess. It'll make us a little bit of extra money, which is good news. And as will the excess... as will the excess crop, as will the excess bales as well. We'll probably only keep 2 bales for ourselves. At the rate we're using bales with our horses, we do not need to keep masses of bales. But we've got our... No, I think we returned the bale trailer. So... we can sit back at 40. Now we've got fun. We've got to get all the way round to field 69, which we know from prior experience we've got to go up via field 70 to get to. So this is going to be fun with this road and this traffic. Always is, especially with a nice wide combine. We're going to have to pull over when we have a car coming the other way, because otherwise you can see just by the width it will take out our one way. So with plenty of warning we'll pull over and hopefully we won't have too much problem here. We've made it up to the entrance to field 70 pretty much without incident, amazingly. I've now just got to make it through this, as we've discovered previously, pretty narrow gateway. Should be able to. Danger of jackknifing my header trailer here. No. Taken my corner a little too wide, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to back off the Massey tractor. Follow me off. Back it off. And get the combine through first. Yeah. Trying to make sure that I had enough space to get the header trailer through. I've not given myself enough space to get my combine through. Here we are. Now turn. There should clear it. Yes, it does. And you can see the difficulty here. Sorry, just clearing my throat a little bit there. You can see the difficulty there where you've got... yeah, it's just not that wide a gateway. Right, and bring the tractor in behind us. And it's field 6, yeah, it's just over here. This is quite a big field for this amount of money. Only 4,700 will lose 700 on it as well. So it's, yeah. We're not earning that much for doing this contract. But, as I said, canola plays well. If we get a decent amount of it, then we should be good. Let's unfold our combine, connect it up. Okay. And in fact, we are not. This is canola, so there will be no straw from this contract. That's fine. Future contracts, we can use the contract tractor to get straw. But yeah, just realised, of course, we are doing canola, so there is no straw from this. I'm glad I didn't go and get our baler, because that would have been really bad. Let me uncover that. We'll leave this up this corner of the field here, in a place where we can empty it. Yeah, there we go. Turn that off and turn the beacons off. And we can get started with our combine. Oh. What I didn't need to do earlier, I do need to do now. There we go. Connect that up. Start her up. In we go. And away we go. First contract has begun. Coming to the end of the first headland, and of course, when I said the first contract has begun, what I meant was that the harvest has begun, and yeah, should be nice and lucrative for us. We are 53% full at the moment, so plan is definitely to go and do a second headland. I think the extra 6% difference between the two headlands should mean that we empty with this tractor at this corner. So that should be pretty good. I'm hoping that's going to be the case. Even if it isn't, we should get most of the way around the field and able to unload fairly close to where it is. So I'm not worried about the position of the tractor at the moment. Yeah, this should be a pretty good yield off here. If 80% of this, if we get 5-6 thousand litres off here for ourselves, that would be pretty good. That will pay us well, and that will take this contract up to a £10,000 contract. So yeah, it's really a case of how well is this going to do us now. How much more on top of the 4,000-ish that we're going to make on this are we going to make off the crop as well? Don't think my prediction is too bad. We are 90% full and coming back up the back straight. It is looking like we're going to be full before we reach our tractor and trailer. But as I said, that's not a problem. We shouldn't have too far to go and pick them up. Yeah, last 5%. We are halfway. Oh, we're halfway along here. This is going to be running out just before we reach the end. Looking at this, 98%, 99%. 8,600 is there. So let's get. No, we've not got the auto stop on, so let's get our auger out. If I can remember the button for it. Yeah, there we go. Right, grab our tractor and trailer. As I said, we're not far from it. Not far from it at all. So. And this will hold nearly 3 full tanks off this combine, which is very good news. Where has it got to go to? I'm not sure where we're delivering this to. The grain code down near our farm, so that's not too bad. Yeah, fairly straight road to go and dump this. Turn this off here. Get this emptied. And continue on. There we go. That is empty. Let's start up the harvester again. Put our auger in. And away we go. It's time for us to cut in, I think. So we're going to do this along this line here. It won't match. Now this is the annoying thing, is it won't match where we are at the moment. We're gonna have to. Yeah, you can see the line goes like that. Well, actually, I am gonna follow the line. It's gonna lead. Ideally, I want to be like that. I think. And what is that? That is 100 and... We set that to 105, 106, yeah. Yeah, there we go. There we go. 285 is what I'm going for here. Which seems to be fairly similar to what the field is set to along that edge. It's obviously not how how it seems to have been planted, but should be fine for us. And then the field is just going to get thinner and thinner the further we go across it. So just trying to keep on this line if we can. There we go, 285. That's pretty straight. And pretty in line with the field edge. I can live with that. And that should do pretty well. And we're getting about 15% to run. So yeah, most of this should be cleared by the time we get another full tank. Coming to the end of the cutting, and we're only 81% full. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take another edge along here. We'll empty the tractor then either when we're getting close to the far edge or when we are or when we reach it. But we're well over halfway through the field at this point, because we've taken the headlands out and we've cut in, and we're now coming through pretty much the middle of the field. So which amazes me. That means we're going to get about 3 full tanks off here. That does mean that we are unlikely to get 10,000 off this contract. I'm very much thinking, with no other harvesting contracts kicking about at the moment, unless one appears, we will probably end up doing another silage bale contract next time. Simply because we got 2 in there. One is worth 20,000. One is worth 21,000. It just seems a little bit mad to turn that kind of money down when we're looking to expand our farm with that. And yeah, we could really do with a tractor with a bit more horsepower. So yeah, I think that's going to be where we're going. Let's turn off our harvester. We'll come over here and empty. And then what we can do is head back down to the bottom end of the field and try and get the rest. Although I'm tempted at this point actually to go and empty our trailer. How full is this trailer? Yeah, we are going to be 16,000, so we're going to only be able to take about another half a tank in this before we got to go and tip. So I think that is probably our best bet. It's coming up to 5 in the afternoon. We are almost emptied this here. So when this is empty, we'll turn off the combine. We'll go and tip what we've got in here, which is just about 80%. And then we'll come back in a minute and we will cut the last half of the field, last third of the field that remains. How much of the contract this delivery complete is going to be very, very telling, I think. We discovered it here before, isn't it? It's this one. Yeah, there we go. So we get this into here, get this tipped. Now the thing I'd quite like to do, I bet this is not the best place to sell canola at the moment. Even though we're looking at tipping all of it in here, where is the best place to sell canola? There's only 2 places. Grainco, where we are, is the best place. Not by much, but it is. So yeah, that'd be good. 67%. So that does tell you an awful lot. 2 full loads off the combine delivers. Delivers 2/3 of the total canola they're expecting off this field. So I'm not expecting more than maybe a tank and a half left on this field. Back at the field, and I'm going to position this down here so that we can easily empty the bottom end of this field. There seems to be a lot more left here than I thought, but then we didn't fill the tank very quickly on this top end of the field, and the bottom end of the field is a much thinner area. So not quite sure what we're going to find here at the bottom end. Let's take the handbrake off, that would help. It would be very, very nice if we got the bottom end of this field and ended up getting 295. Oh no, it's 285, wasn't it? 285. There we go. Close enough. I have a feeling my wheel has reverted to the 14% dead zone because it's taking quite a bit to get round. But yeah, we'll see how much we get off the bottom of this field. As I said, judging by how much we delivered off 2 full tanks here, I'm not expecting it to be, well, another full tank will complete this contract. I'm not expecting it to be much more than that. Coming up to the end of our second cut-in, and as expected, we are, yeah, we're below 70% full on this one. And not a lot of canola left. I don't think there's even another half a tank on top of this tank here. It's going to be a poor extra payday off this one. This is not a big contract. Despite the look of it, despite the size of the equipment and everything, yeah, this is not that well paying. I thought that the harvest contracts were actually going to pay us a bit better. What I'm going to look out for though is the big harvest contracts. Field 69 is not a massive field. Something like on 61. Well, 61 is potatoes. That will be a big paying contract. Field 8 would be a good one. Field 50 would be a good one. Yeah, lots of big fields. But I think most of the harvest contracts around here are only going to be worth about 6,000-7,000 to us by the looks of things. We are 75% full. I'm actually going to cut it because that's 75%. Well, no, no. I am. What I'm going to do is going to go and empty this. So let's turn the thresher off. Spin around. We'll empty this. And then we'll go and cut the bottom end of the field. But yeah, I reckon we're going to end up with about 12 to 14,000 litres off the bottom of this field. Which means we should get about the same again. But actually, that would be more than I was expecting, I think. Maybe we'll only end up with 10 or 11,000 off this. Another sort of 2,000-3,000 on top of the actual field itself. So we'll see how it goes, but that is that nearly empty. Right, we'll fold that in, turn our thresher back on, and we'll try and go straight down the middle of here. And yeah, see how much this produces. And the answer appears to be not a lot. We are 2,043 litres. Let's have a little bit left in that corner, which we'll come back and grab in a minute. Yeah, 2,183. We've got one long row to go, but that's not going to furnish us with much extra crop, I don't think. We're only 25%. So we actually, I don't think we've hit another full tank yet. What, we had 70%, yeah, so we had about 70% just under last time. We have not hit another full tank yet, amazingly. And we know that we were 67%, so we're not going to get that much extra off here at all. I think at this point we may just be hitting a second full tank. We'll see when we empty how much we have. But yeah, basically. It is, wow, 8 o'clock in the evening again. We spent most of the afternoon doing this while we had to wait for the crops to dry first. But I think, yeah, it's not been that lucrative, this contract. Not compared to something like doing a silage baling contract all day. Which is looking to earn us somewhere between 3 to 4 times the money of this. Plus bales that we can sell at the VGA later, of course. Yeah, I think silage bales, definitely a good way to go in this series. I don't want to do too many of them though, so we'll see where we are. But I think next time, certainly going to be looking at doing another one of those to try and boost our funds up to the next level. But that is that combine finished with. So we'll leave it here for the farmer to pick up while we head back down to the sell point to see how much we'll make off this, and yeah, how much our contract is actually going to be worth overall. I'm kind of glad this sell point has the best price for canola at the moment. It's going to make a big difference being able to sell this at the most amount. But oh, we did have more than a single tank, 9,300. But not much more. Wow. What? That's only 700 more litres than a full tank. That is not going to be a huge payday if a full tank finishes off this contract. Let's see how much we earn from the excess then. It is a grand total of more than I expected. A lot more than I expected. 7,000 off that. Well, that goes to show you, wow, those percentages are never a good indicator when you're still harvesting the field, I don't think. So let's pop into here, let's complete this contract, 3,800 on top. collect that. No more harvesting contracts. Lots of fertilizing stuff. Big fertilizing contract we might take on. So actually, let us know in the comments, which would you rather see me do next time? A big fertilizing contract or a big baling contract? I'm intrigued. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.